again guys, I am back today with another video for you. I'm not wearing makeup, but I am wearing a bra, and that is what is important in these times. Today, I'm going to be doing the Booktube Oldie tag, which, side note, I'm not massive on the oldie thing, especially as a girl who is 25, about to turn 26 next month. Going from the mid to the late 20s is a very sore topic for me, but I suppose we can't get out of it. I've seen this on a few channels, particularly my friend Shah from Thoroughly Enjoyed Books. I will link it down in the description below so you can go and check that out. But it looked fun, I liked the question, so I thought I would give it a go. So question number one is, how long have you been on Booktube, part of the Booktube community? So I have been on Booktube since 2013. I joined when I was in my first year of uni actually. I was 18 years old, now as I said before, 25. We're all old and time is passing us far too quickly. But yeah, first year of uni. I was just a wee child at the time, and now I am a fully grown 20-year-old who has no idea what she wants to do with her life. Question number two is, what is your biggest misconception before starting Booktube? And I don't think I really had any, because Booktube at the time, like 2012, 2013, felt really small compared to what it does now. I can only remember being really unsure whether or not to join it because it felt really YA based. Most of the videos that was going on back then were primarily YA. Divergent was a huge thing back there, and as someone who's never really read YA and still doesn't, I was quite nervous about uploading videos that no one was potentially going to watch and no one was going to be interested in. So I don't think that's a misconception, but I do think it was why I was nervous about joining. Nowadays it's so much more diverse. There's literally a booktuber for everything that you can want. So the next question is, how do you think Booktube has changed since you first started? As I said before, it's a lot bigger. So I can remember a time when you would be subscribed to pretty much every booktuber there was, because there was only about 30 people doing it. Whereas now it's obviously massive, there are huge channels. There's also much more variation now. There are channels that talk about classics, literary fiction, fantasy, sci-fi, even like creative writing channels and stuff, so that's great. It's not just YA based. There's also tons of different booktubers, so people of different ethnicities, you know, people that are part of the LGBTQ plus community, and yeah, it's just so much more diverse, and videos have changed quite a lot as well. I think they're a bit more relaxed these days. There never used to be such a thing as a reading vlog, really. And video responses. Can anybody remember when video responses were a thing? You used to make a video, and if you wanted somebody to do like the tag that you created, they could upload a video and put it as a video response and stuff like that. And it's just, YouTube's changed so much in that short amount of time. Even in the 8 years that I've been on YouTube, it's changed massively. The biggest change that's happened since joining Booktube is actually personally myself. I can remember starting the channel and just being so shy and so quiet, and even meetups and things, I would just be so quiet and nervous to talk to people. It's a weird sort of thing when you meet people off the internet, because it is like you know them but you don't know them. So yeah, I was always very nervous and very quiet, whereas now I just don't really give a crap. I think I have a lot more experience just in life than I did when I started Booktube at 18. So yeah, I've had other jobs where I've had to obviously speak and deal with lots of people. Living abroad gave me a lot of confidence. I've travelled a lot more, and I think if meetups were still a thing and I went to them, I would be a lot different to what I was like back then. So what is your favourite Booktube memory? So I would say just meeting up with people. I think in general, it might even be people that I don't chat to as much anymore. I can remember a really fun meetup in London. I think it was about 2015. but we did a bookshop crawl and we had a little picnic in the park. It was July, so it was super hot, and I can just remember that being a really fun day. I think there was over 10 of us, so a really nice big group. I've met a couple of people individually in York, which is where I live, which is nicer than London actually, because London's a little bit far for a northerner like me. So yeah, back in the day I also used to go to a lot of events. So I went to a couple of events at Penguin, including the Christmas party, which was really fun, and I also went to a few author events, which was really nice. Again, meet different YouTubers, different publishers and authors and things was always really, really good fun. And it was always like, I feel so unprofessional being here because I am just a kid who makes videos in their bedroom. Why am I in this fancy office? But it was always such good fun. So question 5 is, what are some of the books that you were introduced to because of BookTube? I can remember Nicole from Books and Waffles, who, side note, is one of my absolute favourite channels on YouTube. But yeah, I can remember her talking about Alice Osman's Radio Silence. It was quite a while ago before Alice Osman sort of blew up. And I can remember picking it up because Nicole raved about it so much. I absolutely loved it, and I've since read everything Alice Osman has written, apart from her graphic novel series. I need to get my hands on that. From the meetup that I just mentioned, the one in London, we went to a bookshop called Persephone Books. I'd never heard of them before, but they do amazing classics, and they're all written by women that aren't particularly well known, and you know, there might be classics that might have gone under the radar in the past, so they have now sort of brought them out and republished them, and I love collecting Persephone classics now. They are so good. My door just opened and there's nobody there. That was very weird. The next question is something that frustrates you about BookTube. I guess the biggest thing is I see a lot of people putting a lot of effort into their videos and into their channel and creating lots of content, and yet they get about 30 views, and it's just a shame that smaller channels don't really thrive as much as big YouTubers do. You know, like I say, there's so much great content out there, and it just sometimes just goes under the radar. Even sometimes people's videos don't even make it into the people's subscription boxes and things, which is a shame, especially when people are putting lots of effort into it. So the final thing is, I don't know if this is actually part of the video or not, or part of the tag I should say, but I did want to really quickly mention a few booktubers that I am really loving recently and watching every single video of theirs. The first being Esme from Esme at Girl Power. She only started a couple of months ago, but she's one of those channels where you can tell she's just going to be huge, and to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if she had about 10,000 subscribers by the time this video went up anyway, but I will mention her because she deserves way more than she's already got. She just seems incredibly sweet and very genuine, and I just really, really love her content. She is part of the LGBTQ+ community, and that is reflected in her channel. She reads a lot of books with those themes. Her videos are really colourful and vibrant, and she's just very cheerful, and I just really love her stuff. She does sort of monthly wrap-ups, has also done a few reading vlogs, and she just seems very cool. The next person I want to recommend is Kizzy from Biblio Thoughts, and her channel has been going for about 4 or 5 months now, I think, and I found her the other week and just binge watched her whole channel pretty much. Like, I absolutely love her videos. She's very relaxing, and she's like one of those where you can just forget your problems and just enjoy her videos. I just really, really love watching them when I've got like a spare half an hour, got a cup of tea on the go, couple of biscuits. She's very creative. She does do journal, more creative videos, like artsy videos as well. So she's a good sort of inspiration for that. So yeah, I will leave her and everyone I mentioned in this video down in the description so you can go and check her out. The next person I've already mentioned in this video, but I did want to quickly shout out again, Nicole from Books and Waffles. She is one of my favourites. She's one of the people that, you know, if you're doing something and you get like the little notification saying they've uploaded, that I will try and stop what I'm doing or procrastinate what I'm supposed to be doing and watch one of her videos instead. She puts videos up every like 2 days, it feels like, but they're always so well thought out and so well edited. They're never naff or just rushed out for the sake of it. They're always so well done. She does weekly vlogs, which I really enjoy. She recently did a video called I've Read My Mum's Historical Romances, which was really hilarious. She's always reading really diverse stuff by authors of colour and different religions and ethnicities and sexual orientations and things. So I find a lot of books from Nicole, which is great. So yeah, go and check her out. She's not particularly a small channel. She's been doing it for a while and has quite a lot of subscribers, but I need to shout her out anyway because she's just great. Another person I really quickly want to mention is Jazz from Travels in Fiction. She's another person that deserves way more subscribers than she actually has. Again, very bubbly, very cheerful personality, and her videos always cheer me up when I watch them. One of my favourite videos that she's done recently is her 2019 in 365 seconds video. That sort of thing I really love to watch anyway. Apart from that, she just does like monthly wrap-ups and tags. She also did a lookbook quite recently, which obviously I did a book outfit video. If you haven't seen it, I will link it somewhere up here so you can go and check it out. Yeah, I really enjoyed that video of hers. She's really smiley, very cool, and definitely recommend her channel if you haven't seen it already. So I think that's everyone that I wanted to mention. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little tag video. I'm actually sat in the weirdest position right now. I'm not sat on a chair, I'm sat on the floor, but I'm like crouching like a frog. Can you see that? So I'm gonna go and sit on a proper settee and get the feeling in my legs back a little bit. If you have enjoyed this tag, then please do give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more from me. Make sure you check out all the booktubers that I mentioned down in the description below. As I mentioned before, I would really like to get back into this community and back speaking to people. So pop me a comment down below and I would love to be able to speak to you guys. If you have any recommendations for channels that you think I would really enjoy, then again, please leave those in the comments too. And yeah, I hope you are all well and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.